Hello there and welcome to the newspaper review for today, the 3rd day of October 2025. I am Achamaze Prosper and I have here with me a political analyst, Miss Cynthia. Miss Cynthia, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good, thank you, ma'am. Miss Cynthia, today is Friday and as workers, we always look forward to Fridays. So how are you feeling about it?
That's my best time of the week, Friday, because you have to I'll go home, relax, chill, enjoy, and also have fun with my friends. I love Fridays. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Over to the business of the day, which is the newspaper review. And the first newspaper on our list today is Daily Sun. UK, Nigeria still far from gender partiality, envoy says. Rep Speaker vows end to women's political underrepresentation. That to be seen in page 5. Lassa fever, Nigeria records 166 deaths. NCDC says fatality above 2024 rate. That will also be seen in page 6. 2027, EU urges extensive reforms. Will commence constitutional judicial reforms before polls. INEC chairman asks NASS to pass amendments to electoral legal framework. They are to be seen in page 6. Royal Rumble. Traditional rulers give Oluwo 21-day ultimatum to withdraw allegation against Ooni. They are to be seen in page 27. Governor Okwebolo, Works Minister, bemoans state of federal roads in Edo. They are to be seen in page 5. Abuja at 50. Wike rolls out citywide street light project to tackle crime in FCT. That will be seen in page 26. State of emergency. Court dismisses suit against Tinubu. That will be seen in page 6 also. All right, Miss Cynthia, we can see in one of the headlines on these papers where it's written Royal Rumble. Traditional rulers, that is between the Ooni of Ife and the Oluwo of Iwo land, where the Oluwo of Iwo land comes out on social media making claims that the Ooni of Ife plans to buy him through his ex-wife, Queen Channel. Miss Cynthia, what's your take on this, ma'am?
I just feel like it's tarnishing the image of the Ooni as a high traditional ruler, and they have lots of respect for the Ooni of Ife. And him coming on social media to say that's Oluwo coming on social media to say that allegedly the Ooni of Ife is trying to assassinate him doesn't say good about the Ooni of Ife, because it's just like watching your dirty linens outside, which doesn't also make sense. Now the traditional rulers in the kingdom are trying to reprimand him for what he said. They say that he's tarnishing the image of the kingdom, and not only that, they say that they will give him 21 days ultimatum to take back the words that he said. If not, they will take him to court. So I just feel like at the end of the day, they should settle their stuffs, because so many people in the community are looking up to them. So many people have lots of respect. Me in particular, I respect the traditional rulers because they have been here before the whole democracy started. So I just feel like they should do the right thing, settle their case, and focus on ruling their community and making things right.
Thank you, Miss Cynthia, about your analysis, ma'am. But to me, I saw on social media the Oluwo of Iwo land allegedly coming out to say that the Ooni of Ife wants to buy him. And this monarch, you know that the Yorubas, they are under the Ooni of Ife because the Ooni of Ife represents Oduduwa, who the Yorubas believe to be their father. And as an Oba, having an issue with the Ooni, it's something that it's something unheard of. And this monarch are trying to say that the Oluwo is trying to ridicule the Yorubas and their monarchs by bringing out such issue online. And they are telling him in the 21 days, these 21 days they gave to him, they are telling him that he should bring out a substantive claim where
evidence.
Yes, what proves that the Ooni of Ife wants to buy him. And if there is any claim, that he should also sue the Ooni of Ife. If not, after the 21 days, then they will take up the issue themselves. All right, thank you about that, Miss Cynthia. Over to the next newspaper we have here, and that's The Guardian. CDS, failing family system, values worsen insecurity. That will be seen in page 3. Nigeria's health system performing at 45% capacity. That will be seen in page 3 too. Tinted glass, MBA fumes as police impounds judge's vehicle. That will be seen in page 9. How brand Nigeria suffers for misdeeds of few abroad. That will be seen in page 4 and 5. Nigeria at 65. 2 days after independence, bitter division persists over nation's future. That will be seen in page 6. Atiku rules out quitting presidential race, laments PDP woes. That will be seen in page 6. EU hails electoral progress amid push for reforms. That will be seen in page 7. Ex-commissioner decries Kwara's insecurity as bandits adopt policeman. That will be seen in page 30. Sanusi Awosika seeks 30% representation, level playing field for women. That will be seen in page 7. NA Arudi to track 24 call duty limit through chief residence, 91 centers. That will be seen in page 26. Cynthia, we can see in this headline where Nigeria health system performing at 45% capacity. What's your take on this, ma'am?
45%. That's much. They should come and ask we, the citizens, in the grassroots level. The government is not even worried about the health sector. The hospital is messed up. Sometimes if you go to hospital, it will be like a prison ground. No equipment to treat ill patients. Doctors are underpaid. It's only in Nigeria that doctors are going on strike every time, back to back. It's like a normal thing. I just hope if they are budgeting, they should budget high for the health sector. Because at the end of the day, health is wealth. If you're not healthy, you can't go about your daily activities. And I just hope that they should also bring out a rule that says that every politician, if you are sick, you should stay in this country and treat yourself. Maybe that way they'll be able to provide enough facilities for the hospital in terms of the healthcare. So many mothers also lose their life because of lack of infrastructural facilities. And nobody is worried about it. If you have someone or a relative that have gone to the hospital, you understand what I'm saying. No facilities, and not only that, there's high cost of medical bills. You will spend 1 million in 2 weeks. I'm not even lying. Ask people. It's crazy. The government should do something about it. That's just it.
Okay, all right, Miss Cynthia, thank you about that. But there was something you said about making a rule or a law, let's say a law rather, that politicians should be treated in this country, that they shouldn't travel abroad when they are sick. Are these still not the same people that make the law? Because I don't know how you want to tell them that they should make a law that them themselves should be restricted from not traveling outside this country.
Because that way they'll be able to bring those facilities here in this country, so that we the citizens will also enjoy the immunity too.
Understand.
It's only in Nigeria that at the end of the day, if someone should buy, it's not his time.
See,
it's not his time. It's because of there's no facilities to treat him, no equipment.
I'm saying we are talking about these lawmakers, these politicians who make this law.
They should pass it.
Do you think? Wait, I'm trying to tell you, ma, that they are not the one. We should beg, like it's just like we should beg an external body. We should beg the external bodies not to allow our politicians, because when you talk about making rule, they are the ones who make these laws.
So, and if they have our interests at heart, they should pass these laws too. Thereby, you see the speed at which the healthcare will develop. I'm being serious.
Oh, okay, ma. Thank you about that, ma. But on the fact of the evaluation which was carried out, and when we were rated that we are functioning at the capacity of 45%, below the average of 56% for the African region health sector. In the sense that they said we lack investment in the health sector. Most of our health workers are overworked, that the facilities in the health sector are so worn out. Most times you go to hospitals and you see hospital beds bent one side and a patient is lying down on this hospital bed.
Let me tell you, 70% of the hospital here in Nigeria look like a prison ground. Just imagine how the prison yard will look like. I'm being serious with you. Even a federal hospital, even private, it looks like a prison ground. This should bring up enough budget for the healthcare sector. Our government should do something.
Also, I also heard you talking about the bill whereby a Nigerian spends out a lot. In this country, there is something called health insurance. And currently, we can say that it is just 1 out of 10 persons that medical insurance is covering, because most persons go to the hospital and they spend their own money. So on this matter, we hope that the government and other stakeholders involved in the health sector look into this matter, and by the next time our health sector will be evaluated again, we would rise above the average, which is 56%. Thank you about that, Miss Cynthia. Over to the next newspaper, Vanguard. Tinted glass permits outrage as police begins enforcement. That to be seen in page 4. 2027 polls. EU mission seeks constitutional judicial reforms. Delay of electoral reforms worries INEC chairman. Says uncertainty over legal framework could disrupt preparations. That to be seen in page 5. All right, Ms. Cynthia, over to you. This seems to be the big headline here, which says EU seeks constitutional judicial reforms in the election process.
I think they need to, because the last election was nothing to write home about. It was messed up. Even at this point, we the citizens, we are all afraid to vote, because INEC should also start preparing now, because we don't want lapses during the election. You know, the INEC chairman should also provide enough facilities, enough ballot boxes, enough security.
All right, ma. So you know that one of the things EU is talking about in this constitutional and judicial reforms is that they say that the electoral law should be looked into, whereas we saw some time ago where the INEC chairman was saying that they were handicapped in the sense that they can't punish those that are doing campaigns within this period. So the electoral law should...
How can they say they are handicapped?
That is what I'm telling you.
INEC is INEC.
That is what
they own the election.
That is what EU is talking about. EU is talking about that they should look into that, like such things, like the law, there should be provision for such things, whereby punishment, yes, that is what they're talking about. And the judiciary should be able to interpret these laws and not favor anyone. Also, they are talking about transparency in the election process, that results should be transmitted as the votes are going on, that people are meant to be seen as the numbers of the votes are rising, thereby not telling Nigerians that there is glitch in transmission of results, and after the whole election we just get to see results that never existed.
Exactly, because they have the whole years, they have 2 years, 3 years to prepare ahead of 2027 election, and I just hope that they should do better.
2027, ma, we might say 2027 is just around the corner, because we are almost rounding up 2025.
Yes.
So we believe that INEC would look into this and get to round up this whole issue and look into it so that they can sort this issue before the elections comes up. Thank you about the analysis, ma'am. And that's that on the newspaper review for today. We would like to get your opinion in the comment section about these various headlines we have talked about today. Do well to like, share, subscribe to our various social media channels. I remain Achoamanze Prosper, and over here are my political analyst, Ms. Cynthia. Thank you for the well-calculated analysis, ma'am.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Bye.